TikTok has officially been banned here in the United States of America, and it just has everybody wondering and just screaming, crying, everywhere around, like, what's gonna happen? What do I do now? Especially as a content creator who was doing TikTok Shop affiliate, those are the main people who are very hurting, because let's be honest, a lot of people were relying on that type of money for their income. And I think there's so much to go deep on this topic, especially as far as, never making the mistake of relying on one single income. And honestly, whether TikTok is actually going to be a full permanent ban, or will the former president, this coming Monday, Donald Trump, do something about it. So let's go, a little bit deeper on all these topics, just my personal thoughts, my opinions. And as always, guys, be sure to stay subscribed. Be sure to smash that like button. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys actually think about this topic. I'm actually very curious on what you guys think. And with that being said, let's just get straight into it. So it's crazy. There's always been talks about the app actually being banned for the past few years. Like year after year, you always heard the news that, oh, it's going to be banned. It's going to be banned. But nothing ever really happened, right? Like Congress, Supreme Court, all that stuff, that political stuff. They were just going back and forth on all that. And I don't really keep track of much, of that stuff, so I can't go too deep on it because I don't know what I don't know. But the fact that it finally happened literally yesterday at the timing of this video is insane. I think it really caught off a lot of people off guard, just because, it actually happened. But I mean, come on, we all got that notification on Friday from the Supreme Court that they were going to do it. And, unless otherwise intervened by President Biden at the timing of this video, yeah, he didn't do nothing about it. So yeah, we got what we got right now. But that being said too, is like, content creators, look, if there's one thing from all of this that's been going on that we can learn from, is to never solely rely on one single income. Like, that was the biggest mistake that a lot of you made. But at the same time, I can see why you stuck to one source of income. Look, I've done TikTok Shop affiliate program for like less than 3 months. I started this in like November, more or less. Like, I actually took the time to post content, and I saw the potential. Okay, like when I was doing it and I started making a few bucks, I truly saw the potential. I could see why people were making huge money. I could also understand why a lot of you were actually rely on this as a just a one source of income, because the amount of money you can make from this app was truly insane. Like, it was very insane. Pretty easy. You needed no money basically to start this type of business model. The risk was fairly low. I mean, you're just posting content of like products and whatnot, and not to mention the fact that the potential was endless. Like, it would take one video to really blow for you, make you tons of money. But even if that didn't happen, if you really just stacked up all your videos and made thousands of videos, you could even make serious bank with volume. And I've seen people who've actually made this type of money, and I truly understand why you guys just went full head on with this, because when you really compare it to other business models, it makes the most sense. Okay, unlike other ways of making money online, this was truly the way that you could scale the most, make the most with the lowest risk ever. Like, you cannot compare it to like something like Amazon FBA, selling a Walmart, starting a YouTube channel. Like, none of these other platforms, none of these other business models could even compare to how fast, how much you could make with the speed and intensity of the TikTok platform. And so yeah, I really don't blame a lot of you for relying on this, because when you're making that 10, 20, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000 per month doing something like this, it only makes sense for you to really go all in with that. Okay, because compared to other models, there's no way you're going to make that much amount in such a short amount of time. Obviously, you can eventually with all those other models, but again, just the barrier to entry, just the low risk, no capital, like, that is insane. And I can truly see why people really went full in on this. Now, that being said too, biggest mistake a lot of you made doing this is that, for one, a lot of you fuckers didn't save no money. Like, a lot of you made all that money, you didn't save none of it, and now you're entirely screwed. Number two, you more or less heard about this potentially happen year after year, and some of you still went ahead and overbought a house, overbought a car. Your lifestyle just went up the roof with them expenses. So you didn't plan accordingly for that neither. Okay, third one, and I think this is the biggest one that everybody really made, was never diversifying into other platforms. Okay, listen, like I said earlier, I totally get it. this platform was making you guys some serious bank. Like, I truly don't blame y'all. But at the same time, guys, come on. You've heard about all the talks of it being banned. You heard of all the potentials of it happening. Of course, none of us ever believed it because they never took action on it. But now they finally did. And a lot of you now, at the time of this video, have zero business. You have no business. You can't do nothing. There's no way for you to make money that wasn't related to TikTok if you didn't diversify elsewhere. So I think that one took a big hit on everybody. Really, truly woke people's eyes up into thinking like, holy crap, I should have been posting all this content on Instagram, on Twitter, YouTube, all these other social media platforms, so that if something did happen, I would have, already had my following on there, probably making some money on there, like being monetized in all these platforms or selling merch or anything. Like, even that, even if you just took a small percentage of your time, effort into all these other platforms, I guarantee you still would have had some sort of a backup. But again, I just don't blame you guys because that potential of that reward is just not there compared to TikTok. Like, none of these other platforms can even compare to what you guys could actually make with it. And I've heard people talk about alternatives like Amazon Influencer Program, that Flip app, and a bunch of other stuff. Look, as someone who's actually been doing the Amazon Influencer, even I'm aware that TikTok was just on a whole other level. Like, these other platforms just can't compare, man. And so, with all that being said, guys, moving forward, if the app does come back, which I do think it will come back, in my honest opinion, there's just way too much money being made on that app. And the way politicians are these days, I mean, come on, they really don't care about security. Like, they worry more about the money. You give them, a check for like $1 million or whatever, they'll easily take that. Like, it'll be back, in my opinion. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but that's just my thoughts. But yeah, dudes, like I was saying though, like, with all this being said, guys, start diversifying, start finding different ways of making money. And if the app does come back, well, I think one thing that we can all agree on is that we will take even more opportunity of this platform. Like, because with it being back, if it comes back, dude, people are just gonna go even 10 times harder, make as much money, and truly value the app for what it was, because that potential out there of making money was just insane. And yeah, there's just like no other out there. Which is crazy that I'm saying this because even me, I barely started this whole TikTok shop affiliate stuff like in those few months that I was doing it. Like, I was very anti, TikTok up to that point because I thought the only way people were making money was like dancing and showing their butts off or something like that. Like, I wasn't down for doing that type of stuff. But the fact that they had an affiliate program like that, yeah, that got me into it, and so I was a little bit down with that. But even that, I mean, if we want to talk about like national security and all that stuff, yeah, I agree. I mean, it still was bad in that aspect. It still doesn't help the youth or anything like that. It's pretty bad regardless. But I mean, what app wouldn't do this at this point? Because we still got other apps out there that, if you really think about it, they're not really beneficial to anybody, even adults. But I'm not gonna go too deep on that topic. That's just a whole nother like political video type of thing, and I really don't want to talk politics like that on this channel because we're here to make money, not talk about politics. All right, so yeah, I'm not about to start with that type of stuff. But guys, look, start diversifying, start saving up your money. If you didn't overspend and you actually have money in your accounts right now, lower down those expenses right now, okay? At least until you find a different way of making money. In the meantime, like I said, some other options that I've heard of, I've heard that Flip app is pretty good, but people are very overloaded in that app, so I don't think they're taking new people like that right now. Amazon Influencer Program. That one is a pretty good one that I've been messing with for the past year. That one is pretty solid. Very similar to TikTok. The main difference is that on TikTok, you're really trying to persuade, the viewer to buy the product. Whereas on Amazon, they know what they're buying. They just need to confirm how the product works. So it kind of makes it a little bit easier in my opinion, but the commissions are much, much lower compared to TikTok. So you will make nowhere near it at the same speed as TikTok, but it is still a solid business model. Honestly, that's what I've been doing for the past year with UGC. And that's the thing too, guys, is that if you were already making content for TikTok, you can just take those same skills, apply them to UGC, apply them to Amazon, and you will be okay. All right. It's nowhere near the scalability of TikTok. I mean, I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys, but you can make some bank. Okay. You can come back on your feet, try those things out, and you will be, pretty fine. Okay. But again, it's just going to take some time because, like I said, UGC, it does require some work, especially when you're reaching out to brands, trying to, make content and whatnot. So again, the scalability is much harder, but the potential of making money is still there. All right. So but yeah, like I said, hopefully all of you guys have learned a valuable lesson. Hopefully you guys, prepare next time for whatever happens in the future. Because again, relying on one single platform, guys, is one of the biggest mistakes that you can make. I've said this countless times, especially when I was doing Amazon FBA. Like relying on one platform that you don't own, it's just bad. Like it doesn't matter if you're selling on Amazon, selling on TikTok, providing like content for the platforms. Like at any given moment, they can't shut you out. So being diversified is the most important thing you could ever do. So yeah, I think moving forward, a lot of you guys will learn that. You'll start making those YouTube accounts, Facebook accounts, whatever you guys are gonna do, and really start just putting your content out there. So, but with that being said, guys, I do wish you guys all the best of luck. Again, who knows what happens with the platform itself? We'll see in the next upcoming week or so when again Donald Trump comes into office, and yeah, I mean we'll see what happens. But just know if it comes back, you guys better take advantage of that thing, man. Like you better go twice as hard, 5 times as hard, 10 times harder, and really go all the way in because that money out there is just crazy insane. So, but I am out. Peace. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for watching my little rant. And again, drop your comment down below. What are your thoughts? What do you think? What's gonna happen? And yeah, all that good stuff. Peace.